And we're going to go when program starts. That should kind of start out there. And this just gets it set up. Go down to movement. And we're going to tell it which motors are going to move. Right now it's on A and B. No. We need it on C and D. Okay. We're going to use this one to tell it how far the robot moves. Now, what does that have to do with? Look, the only thing that matters there is we're basically telling it the size of tires that we put on there. Look, you could take these tires on or off, and Lego, the brains on the Lego robot wouldn't know the difference. There's no way for it to tell. So you have to tell it how far the wheel goes in one rotation. If we had bigger wheels, they would go farther. If we had smaller wheels, it would be less. The good news is for us, this is already set correctly. 17.5, just leave it alone. Put it on there and leave it alone. And then we're going to set our movement speed to about 50. We find that 100 gets very inaccurate and nasty turns. They don't work very well. And we find that less than that doesn't work very well either. If you wanted to, you can bring it down to like 40, but I'd say 40 or 50. I'll just leave mine at about, I'm going to go 40. Sure. This is all we need. This is just the setup that once you press play, the robot gets set up to run. It knows where the motors are, it knows how fast it's going, and it knows how far it's going. Now we need to start the programming, okay? The first thing we're going to do is we'll go down here, and we're going to make this part of the program run when the left button is pressed, okay? So this button here on the robot, this is the left button, and when that's pressed, that's going to mean our program starts. All right, cool. Let's go next. Now we're going to start working on our moving forward, or not moving forward. First, we're going to work on our turn. Let's just get that done first, and then we'll figure out forward. And I'm going to teach you an awesome trick to make your own blocks in here that will make that turn, instead of 4 or 5 things to do, you just have one thing to do, okay? So let's get our turn set up first, okay? We're going to go down here to My Blocks. It's all the way down here towards the bottom. And it doesn't say much, but see, it says My Blocks, make a block. And you're going to type in left 90 and press enter and then save. And they're going to make another one, right 90. Okay, so we have to tell the thing what, whoops, that didn't work, sorry. Right 90, I didn't press save. Label text, that's fail. Let me fix that, sorry. Okay, so now we have these chunks, left 90 degrees and right 90 degrees. Let's set up our left turn first, and then we'll just copy it and change a couple things for the right turn. Actually, you know what? Yeah, okay. So let's get our right turn. We've already done that. That's easier. And then we'll do the left turn. Sorry, kind of making up my mind as I go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off, if we can remember right. This was, I've clipped it so that we don't forget. Here it is. Wait 1 second, set it to 0, start moving right. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we're going to go to Control, and then you're going to put out wait 1 second, and this is going to go on our 90-degree turn that we're setting up. Okay, cool. That worked great. We're going to set the yaw angle, so we go down to Sensors, and we need to set the yaw angle. There it is, set yaw angle to 0. Okay, cool, we got that now. So that resets it, so straight ahead is 0. We're gonna turn either left or right to get to 90. So we're gonna set the yaw angle, and then we're gonna go here at the top and go start moving to the right. Go to movement, start moving right, 30, no. We wanna go 100% right, which means it's gonna make the sharpest turn possible. That means the robot's going to rotate in place without moving very much forward or backwards at all. That's what we want, because it's easier to turn that way when the robot has a tight turning radius. Then we're going to go to Control, and we're going to start moving, and we're going to stop. We're going to wait until something happens. And what are we going to wait until? We're going to wait until the yaw angle. Well, we need to get some math here, don't we? So go down to operators. That's where you find math, and we need to get the greater than. That's this one here. I'm going to make this a little bigger so you can see it maybe. Okay. Wait until, and then it's greater than 100. No, that's going to be greater than 89. And what are we waiting for? We have to fill in this blank here, and we're going to go to sensors. And we want to do the yaw sensor, okay? The pitch angle. So there's the pitch angle, and we're going to change that to yaw. So now we're going to wait. So we're going to start moving. We're going to wait until the yaw angle is greater than 89. And by the way, if this is all new to you, it's probably because you skipped the other assignments and you didn't do them. So that's probably why this might be a little bit news to some people. Unfortunately, you should have done them. But okay, we're going to go back to movement. And we're just going to put in this really boring one that's stop moving. Okay, now hold on. We've now set up what a right turn looks like. Let's see if it worked right. And I want everybody to pause the video right now, and I want you to test this after you see what I'm doing. Check it out. So what you're going to do is, this just tells you a right turn. It won't run at all. What you do is you go down to My Blocks, now that that's set up, and you're going to drag out right 90 and put it on here. So when the left button's pressed, this is going to run a right 90 turn. So let's connect our robot hub, and let's press play. Oh, here, let's change the view. There we go. Now you guys should be able to see it. And I'll move it so it's kind of parallel with the screen so we can maybe see how it did. Keep in mind, you're kind of viewing it at an angle, so it won't look exactly right, but it'll look pretty close. Press play. And it was uploaded as 0, and it's running right now, but nothing's happening because we need to press this left button. Hey, look at that. That's pretty good. Now, it went a little bit too far. It should have stopped about right there. It went a little farther than that, and we can fix that also. So we're going to go back into here, and we're going to adjust that just a little bit. It turns out that waiting for 89 is too late. The robot will overshoot and go too far by the time it stops itself. So let's back that off to like 86, just a little bit. Just take away 3 degrees, and maybe that'll work a little bit better, eh? Should. Okay, so let's get back to our code, and I've changed it to 86 right here. I'm going to upload it. Guess not. Oh, stop the code and then upload it. Oh, I got to reconnect. Sorry, guys, I forgot that. Okay, we got our program on there. Let's see if this works a little bit better. Shouldn't go quite as far. That's a little bit better. Still a little too far, so I'm going to go back to like 85 and call it good. Good enough, not perfect. If you need to change that later, you can do that. Okay, so now how do you make a left turn? Okay, well, let's take a look. For this, we need to take a look at our robot and see what was happening on the sensor. I'm going to pause this and make a new view. Okay, so now I've got my webcam and everything set up the way I want it, so you can see my screen and this at the same time. This might not work very well. Let's see. Maybe I should do it different. Hold on. Okay, we're back. I think I got it figured out now. This will be a better way to show you. So you can still see the robot down here in the corner. All right, so watch this. I want to show you. What we're going to learn now is how the heck do you do a left turn? So that's a turn going this way. And to do that, I wanted to show you guys what we see in the sensor readings. I've connected to the robot, and I'm going to click this again. And you can see, first of all, you can see how much battery power. I have a pretty good charge going, 100%. And now I want you to see this, okay? So when we do this, if you look, it's at 0 now. If you look at the yaw reading, which is right up here. Watch as I turn this robot and rotate it to the left. If we go to the right, you know, we get positive values up to 90. If we go to the left, we get negative values. So we have to change what we're doing for this left turn. It shouldn't be that difficult though, okay? So let's do that right now. So we're going to define the left turn 90, and we're going to right click and duplicate all the stuff that was in this turn and slap it on here. They're both going to do the same thing right now, by the way, okay? We have to change them. So first of all, we're going to go here. Instead of turning right, we're going to turn hard left. Left, negative 100. Remember, left is negative, right is positive. And then we have to change some things. The yaw angle greater than 85. That doesn't work. Everything, even 0 is greater than negative 85, right? So when we change that, we also have to change this inequality to less than. Okay, so we're going to go to operators, which is the math, and we're going to drag out the less than. Personally, I wish they had done this in one block, and we're going to make it less than negative 85. Okay, and we're going to put in this thing here, and we can get rid of this. So now we have wait until the yaw, we're going to turn left, and we're going to wait until the yaw angle, it went from 0 to negative 85. So negative 86, negative 87, negative 88. Now remember with negatives, that it's kind of a backwards relationship. But yeah, negative 86 is less than negative 85, and we want to wait until that happens. Okay? So let's do this. Let's get rid of the right 90 and go down to my blocks and see if we can call up the left 90. Okay? Now let's do that. So we've downloaded our code. Let's change this so you can see them. All right. So we have a left 90-degree turn going right now. So we should have, we'll start like this. It'll reset at 0 right here. And then once it gets to less than negative 85 or 86, it'll stop, and it should stop right about here. Okay, so let's see if this works. Play that with the left button. Wait a second. Hey, that worked pretty good. Maybe not quite far enough, or maybe not exact, but good enough for our assignment. Cool. So now we have our left 90 and our right 90 blocks ready to go. Now, let's go back to the program and let's do this. You know, I've decided I'm going to change this one. This is not going to be a maze assignment. This is going to be a My Blocks assignment, just to see if you can get this thing set up like I did in the video. And what I'm going to do instead is we're just going to make a small program that when you press the left button, it turns to the left. And when you press the right button, it does a right turn to the right. So to do that, we're going to go up here to Events, and we're going to drag out another one of these. I'll put it right down here. And this is another program that's waiting. So when the right button is pressed, we're going to move right 90 block. Okay, so finally, this is the part where I want to see it. And I want you to make sure your code is on your screen so I can see that you've coded it correctly and that you actually did use these blocks. Yeah, you got to use the My Blocks. That's the whole point of this assignment. I was going to make this as part of a bigger assignment, but I think I'm going to break it down into smaller chunks. Just give me the left and right turns and show me that they work. So here's what you're going to show me. You're going to show me the code. And before you do anything, when you're done, let's save the code. So go up here right now to save. And then you're going to navigate. Let's put it in Documents, Lego Education Spike, or whatever. You know, let's put it in Documents. And we'll put left 90, right 90, Jeremy Woodchick. Okay, there it is. Left 90 and right 90, and it has my name on it. You put your name, not mine, right? Okay, so let's connect, and let's see if this thing works. Okay, so let's unplug it just to make sure this goes. Okay, so let's try a left turn. Perfect. And a right turn to go back. I wonder how accurate it is. Let's just see for fun. I'm going to line this up. See this part? If it goes back, let's see if I can do this right. See how this is lined up with where you see the paper? When it goes back, let's see how well it's lined up again. It's not going to work because it hit the paper. Nah, not bad. Good enough for what we're going to do next. Okay, we've saved our program because we're going to use these blocks in our next assignment too. Look, if you don't save it, that's up to you, but you're going to have to restart everything. At this point, you'd want to show Mr. Woodchick what you've made. Show me the left press. Show me the right press. And then I'm going to want to see your code to make sure that you know how to use My Blocks and that you've done these turns correctly. So we had the setting up the beginning. We defined a left turn, a right turn, and a left turn. When the left button's pressed, we're going to go left. And when the right button's pressed, we're going to go right. Ooh, if you want to, you can stop the video here. Now, what if we had another button? That'd be kind of fun. We had another button that could make it go forward. Well, we're out of buttons. The middle button stops and starts the program, doesn't it? This button starts and stops the program, so we're out of buttons. I'm sorry. No, we're not. Not quite. You can do something else. And let me show you this bonus for the assignment. And hey, if you want to show me this, I'd be really happy. Might even give you a few extra points. So, here we go. Desktop. We're going to make another event, and I'll show you where the hidden button is. It's not really a button. You see this? Grab this one, when shaken. Change it to tapped. When tapped. And when you're tapped, let's go up to movement, and I'll show you what this does. And you guys are going to probably want to make this go a little farther. I'm stuck on a little desk, so I'm going to make it go short. So it'll move forward. So you're going to get the movement block, move forward for whatever. And, you know, hey, let's just go 4 inches. You can go farther than that if you want, but okay. So let's see what this does. Let's reconnect. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see if our other stuff still works. Left turn, right turn. Oh, you can't see that, sorry. Here, let's change. Right turn, left turn. Okay, that still works. And then the new part is when it's tapped, and you just, anywhere on here, you just go. Ooh. You see, it can kind of tap itself, can't it? So we need to put in an event. And we need to wait for a little bit in between runs, because otherwise it'll think it's always tapped. So we're going to move forward. We're going to wait. Wait 1 second. Oh, put that in between here. And let's try replaying that one, huh? And that should do it like we wanted, I think. Took a little while to upload that one. I don't know what happened there. So it's gently, so it doesn't think it's tapped. Okay, left turn, right turn, and forward. Oh, it shook itself, didn't it? You see what's happening with our code? It's you know how, see how it's jumping up and down? It's detecting it. So we need to do more than that. We need to put in let's go back. And again, if you're here for the extra credit or whatever, or just extra stuff, thank you for sticking around. That's awesome. So we're going to do 0.5 seconds before it runs and 0.5 seconds after it runs, so it doesn't detect its own stopping as being a shake. That half a second should do it. I'm kind of curious to see if it works. Oops, I got to plug it in before I reconnect, don't I? Oh, it's still running the code. Okay. Okay, let's play. Now let's see if I can just do it once with tapping it. Oops. What the heck happened? I guess I didn't download it. Sorry. Oh, no, it did work. I didn't tap it hard enough. Okay, that worked, and it just did 1. So this is what we want if you did the extra part. We want left turn to work. We want right turn to work. And then we want 1 tap to make it move a little bit. Another tap, make it move again. And then you can also do stuff with shaking it. But that doesn't work because our robot has to stay on the ground. So for us, that's probably not a real good idea. So when you're done, show me what's up and show me the code. Thanks, everybody.